this video, we're going to learn how to play a solo piano version of Herbie Hancock's Chameleon from the 1973 album Headhunters. This was a pivotal album in the jazz fusion, jazz funk era. This one's not going to come easy for most of you, so I'm going to take you step by step through each of the different 16th note rhythm patterns. The trick is going to be how to put the two hands together to create one cohesive sound. There's a lot of detail here. It's going to take about 10 minutes to get through this. So if you haven't got the time right now, just below the bottom right-hand corner of the video, there's a button called Save. Click that and then check the little box that says Watch Later. Also, a bit later on, I'm going to post a link to download the sheet music that we're using in this tutorial. Okay, let's get going. We first need to learn how to play the bass line in the left hand. Take a look at the sheet music on your screen. You've got 3 8th notes leading into A. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. 1, 2, 3. And then of course, you can see the fingerings underneath the 8th notes. That's the best fingerings that I've found to use to play this bass line. The next part is you'll have to think in 16th notes. It's like 1 iana, 2 iana. I like taka 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 taka. I'm basically pronouncing it like this. Taka taka. This would be 16th notes. So 1, 2, 3, 4 16th notes. Taka 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 taka. And that's the way you have to subdivide the beat. It's gonna be impossible to play these two hands together and even learn this bass line without that knowledge. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. 1, 2, 3. And then when you hit this on 1, you count 3 16th notes and then another 3 16th notes and then ending on that note. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. And it's the same rhythm for the next one. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1. You need to practice that left-hand bass line as many times as necessary to get it to fall underneath your fingers without thought. Because when it comes to adding the right hand, which is step 2, it's going to be a lot harder if you don't have that left hand bass working on its own. Right, so we'll consider this the A section. And what you need to do is just hear the right hand first. It's 16th notes, obviously, and we need to subdivide. So remember, taka, 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 taka. So. And that sounds fairly simple, except when you try to add the left hand. And the only way this is going to work is if you break it up into sections and subdivide the beat. So let's start here, and then we're going to end here. So we've got the 8th notes leading into 1. So there is a 16th note rest before you play this note on the 4th 16th note of beat 1. So again, this ends beat 1, beat 2 starts here. So let's just play that. So what happens is because this is playing on 4 of the first group of 16th notes, and this is 1, 2, and then 3 here. So from that last 16th note of the first beat, taka, 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 taka. So the whole thing, one more time. And then the next part of it starts here and ends here. So this one starts on beat 3, and then this note is the 3rd of the 16th notes. So if you counted 16th notes, taka, 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 taka. So the 3rd beat is, and then the left hand starts on the and. Like that. And then the left hand bass continues. So one more time. So let's play the whole phrase to that point. One more time. See how that starts to fit together? Now again, you can only do that by eyeballing where the notes come together and thinking in 16th notes. All right, let's move on to the next phrase, which starts here and ends here. The good news about this one is that even though this starts on the 4th beat of the bar and you've got 16th notes, it lines up with this note in the left hand. Now, unfortunately, this note and this note don't line up. So the first beat of the bar here happens after you're finished those 16th notes. So it's a good idea maybe just to play that. And then one and then the left hand. And you probably heard that this 16th note happens right after this. So they're not played together, they're just happening a 16th note apart. Let's play this whole section now, starting from here and ending here. And then finally, just this last little phrase, which will end the A section. So just like this bar, where you're playing one and, it's the same over here. So one and. Now your fingerings are there as well, so please use those fingerings, it makes it easier. And one more time, the whole phrase. And that's the A section of the tune. Just remember to line up your 16th notes and get the rhythms down. Do it section by section. It's going to make it a lot easier. Just before we move on to the B section, which I found a bit trickier, can you find and click on the thumbs up button? It really helps this video reach more listeners. And if you'd like to subscribe to the Jazzmentl channel, we'd of course love to have you. Just click the little bell and we'll notify you of all the upcoming videos that we're making. Okay, let's move on to the B section. Just like the A section, it's just a 4-bar phrase. The good news is that bars 3 and 4 are the same as in the A section, so we really only need to learn 2 new bars. It is tricky, so you're going to have to pay attention to this one. Of course, the bass line remains the same, so you've got this pickup into beat 1 of the B section. We haven't really talked about the chord changes yet, but it is B flat minor 7 to E flat 7. That's pretty consistent throughout the entire tune. All right, let's play it from the pickup into B section. And as you heard, this from here all the way to here is the same as in the A section. And just like before, we're counting in 16th notes. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the 4th 16th note falls there. And in the right hand, it's kind of syncopated. Make sure you catch this grace note as well. 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2. The hands alternate. So you're basically playing this note, then this note, then this note, then this note. Let's erase that and then tackle it just from the beginning of the bar. Now, this is the part that I find really tricky. Starting on this note, it's basically beat 3. And then the left hand plays and. So these 2 notes are together. And then this note. And then these 2 notes are together. Like that. And then the good news about this section here, even though it looks difficult, you've got 4 16th notes, but those 2 notes are played together and these 2 notes are played together. I would just play it from the beginning of that bar. Okay, let's practice that from here right through to here. One more time. And then as it continues, this part is the same as in the A section. So let's put it all together all the way from here to here. Again, this is just a 4-bar phrase on B flat minor 7 and E flat 7. Quick question for you. What's your favorite part of Chameleon? Is it the bass line? Is it the intricate rhythmic patterns? Or even Herbie's iconic synth solo? Drop it in the comments below. Okay, there's only one more section. The rhythms in C section, or really it's just the ending, are the same as we've learned in the first couple of sections. So that's nothing new. What is new is the hands are playing in unison. And the most important part is going to be the fingering. And you'll notice that I've written in the fingerings for each of the notes. My suggestion is you play that left hand first. The right hand's going to be a little bit easier, but the left is kind of tricky. What's tricky about it is you have to put your thumb here and then your second finger over top of the thumb back to the thumb in order to make this 16th note pattern going down. I would play that just by itself. And then you have to jump from the 5th finger to the 5th finger. So basically go thumb, second finger, thumb, 2, 4, 5, 5. And of course, it's going to be tricky putting that together with the right hand. Let's play it from the beginning of the line, really slowly. One more time. And then the two hands together, like that. And then chords. The rhythmic pattern on those chords is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. You're going to have to play that a number of times in order to get that underneath your fingers. It is definitely tricky. And again, I'd encourage you to play that as many times as you need to get it underneath your fingers. Definitely a lot of fun to play. I hope you have fun with it. I'm going to play the entire tune one more time. Follow along the sheet music just so you get an idea of what it sounds like when it all comes together. And right after this, I'm going to post a link to download the sheet music. Okay, as promised, I'm going to put a link up here in the corner to download the sheet music that we've been using in this video. Just give an email address and it's yours. And recently I posted a pretty popular video on how to get a more modern sound into your playing in just 10 minutes. I'm going to put a link to that video right here.